I won't back down. Said I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell. Said I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hello, everyone. Hey. Yeah, we are back. I got my little short selfie stick. I lost my big one, but I'm back with another video. Hope all is well with everybody. I'm back out here in one of my little nature spots. I got several. Actually, I got a whole handful of them. So I'm out here in one of my little nature spots. Hope all is good with y'all. There's an old couple right there. See, up there walking. I'm already used to it. As soon as I hit the record button, somebody shows up. So it's got nowhere I expect. Look at this rock right here. Look at this right here. It's like that rock got cut in half. Look at that. Look at this huge rock. It looks like somebody cut it with a laser or something. I just thought that was an interesting sight. So, what am I going to talk about today, huh? Well, I'm out here in nature, the fresh air. I just did some inner work. Yes, you got to do your inner work. Inner work is extremely important. You should do some inner work every single day, especially in this time and in this moment. You should do inner work. What I mean by inner work, I mean affirmations, meditations. Look for something that's going to motivate you, prayer, and gratitude. Even doing affirmations for your loved ones. Yes. Did you know you could do affirmations for your loved ones? Affirm their lives too. They can be abundant and wealthy and happy and connected. Even if they won't do their own affirmations, do affirmations for them. It's all about creating your reality. And I think if there's nothing else that all of this teaches us, is that we can create our reality. Consciousness, there's individual consciousness, and there is collective consciousness. There is individual pocket realities, and there is the collective reality. And so you have to decide which one you want to live in. Do you want to live in the individual consciousness, or do you want to live in the collective consciousness? Because if you live in the collective consciousness, you're subject to what everybody else is consciously doing. Do you want to live in everybody else's reality, or do you want to live in your own pocket reality? You see, when you live in everybody else's reality, you're subject to the way everybody else is thinking, what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is accepting as reality. Yes. But when you live in your own pocket reality, you create your own reality. They're supposed to be coming out with I guess it's a Disney Plus series called WandaVision. And it's about this, I guess she's kind of like a superhero named Wanda Maximoff. She's known as Scarlet Witch. But she has all these powers. And one of her powers, she's able to create pocket realities. And that's what I believe that this series is about. You might check it out when it comes out. I guess it's coming out soon. But anyway, that got me to thinking. Pocket reality. A reality that you create for yourself, and that everybody else doesn't create for you, that the government doesn't create for you, the controllers don't create it for you, your church and your religious doesn't create it for you, your mother and your father doesn't create it for you, your husband or your wife doesn't create. You create this reality for you. You create your own pocket reality. Does that mean you are delusional? Does that mean you don't see what's going on in the world? No, you see it. Recognize, I've said this before, you see it, you recognize it for what it is. Just don't focus on it and give it your energy. You are the I am. You see, God is within you and God is around you in the ether. He protects you inside and he protects you outside. In fact, if you connect with God on the inside, your protection and your help will be created on the outside of you. Yes, God is inside and outside of you. Once you connect to God on the inside, he will manifest, or you will manifest by co-creating with God. He's already made everything for you in the ether. Yes, in the spirit realm. Some religions call it the spirit realm. You know, esoteric call it the ether. Yes. Spiritual people call it the universe. It's that empty space that appears empty. It's just outside of your frequency range of your visible light frequency range. But it's not empty. The space, what perceives as empty spaces around you is not empty. It's full. We just don't see it. We can just move through it because of our consciousness frequency range and our visual light spectrum. Technically, you can move through anything because nothing is actually solid. You think this tree is solid? Well, I couldn't move my hand through it. So it must be solid, right? No. It is frequency and vibration. Vibrating at the molecular level at high rates of speed. So why can't I put my hand through it? Because of the agreement that I made within myself. So this, what I mean by making the agreement within myself, I have agreed to not be able to fall through the earth. Because if I agreed to be able to put my hand through everything, I would fall through the earth. I would fall through a chair when I sat down in it. So there has to be a certain agreement that we made when we came into this reality. But nothing in all actuality is really solid. And this atmosphere, this ether, this spirit realm, this universe that is around you is teeming. It has stuff all around you. And your aura is your real body. Your aura is that part of you, that etheric part of you that is all around you. You are the most condensed version of your frequency. You see, all people are energy signatures walking around. People in human bodies are really just, people are energy signatures inside human bodies. And so once you realize this, so everybody's emitting a frequency. Everybody has an etheric body. Everyone has an aura. Everyone has a hue. A hue is another word for the energy that is around you. This is why you are referred to as a hue man. You are a man who has energy around. You are a man who came from the universe. I remember asking the question many times. Well, before this, where was I before I got here in this body? Where was you ever wonder that? Where were you before you got in this human body? Well, it's very simple. You were in the ether. You were in the universe. You were part of the universe. And it is so much different than this, what you can see all around you. It is so different that it cannot be explained with words. It cannot be explained with my limited faculties. So, yes. And so the hue or the energy or the frequency are just a condensed version that has been created inside the man, that create a hue man. Yes. So what am I saying in all of this? You are really not this thing walking around with 2 legs and 2 arms and a head and all this other stuff. You are inside this thing. This is a vehicle. You are having, like my guest said on my last video, we having an experience. And just be in this, just experience this. You are protected. There's nothing to be afraid of. Experience the journey, the ups, the downs, the sideways, and everything else. Just experience the journey. Learn. Learn from the journey. Learn about yourself. Learn about who you are. Reconnect with who you are. Once you get connected and you want that, keep that connection, nothing can take you away from that connection. Yes. So you have to understand that there's no vaccine, there's no law, there's no mandate, there's no mask, there's no other person, there's no law, there's no government, there's no religion can separate you from the love of God. The love of God is the universe. The love of God is the frequency. The love of God is the all that lives within you. And nothing, once you make that connection, nothing will be able to separate you from that love. And you must know this. You see, God, the universe, the all, is all around you, even right now. And see, your ether, it's in the ether. See, your aura, once you get in the right frequency, your aura connects to the ether, which is God. Once you get in that love frequency, that ether, that aura that is around you reconnects with God. And you become one with God. And so you can create the experience of what you are here for. You can create the experience that you desire in this reality. Once your aura connects with the ether, that is you and God becoming one. And inside of you is the most condensed part of your aura. It is kind of like an onion. Or anything, just say, for example, a fruit or a vegetable, or mainly a fruit. It has a seed in it. And a seed is the most condensed version of that fruit. And the seed is the manifestation of the fruit. So when the seed gets planted in the ground, guess what? More of that fruit gets manifested. Yes. So you have a seed within you. And once you plant it in the ether, in God, it grows and it manifests. You see, you have to create your own pocket reality. You have to create your own universe. I mean, you live in the universe. What I mean by this, you have to create your own mind, the collective. You have to create your own consciousness. That's what I was trying to say. Remember I said you have the collective mind or the collective consciousness, and you have the individual mind and the individual consciousness. Disconnect from the collective mind. Disconnect from the collective consciousness. Disconnect from the collective reality. This is what it means to unplug from the matrix. When you disconnect from all of this collective stuff and you become a real human, when you connect with God, you disconnect from the matrix and reconnect with God. So many people can't see the truth. Most people can't see anything because they're too connected to the matrix. They're plugged into the matrix. But some people have unplugged from the matrix. They have unplugged from that collective consciousness. They've unplugged from that collective mind. They've unplugged from that collective reality and reconnected that. Just like you take a plug out of an outlet in one part of your house and you take it to another part of your house and plug it in. Just say you got a radio or, a Bluetooth speaker or something, and you want to go in the back of the house and listen. You see, this reality is all about frequency range. Just like a radio. It's where you tuning in at. Are you tuning in to this world? Or are you tuning in to God? Are you tuning in to the collective consciousness of this world? Or are you tuned into the universal consciousness of God? How do I get there? Somebody say. Well, it starts with love. Love, I would say love yourself. That's part of it. But I think it begins with loving the God within you. Once you love God within you, once you begin and then love yourself and do the shadow work, deal with all of the things within you. I'm talking about forgiveness. And it begins with not only forgiving other people that have hurt you, but it begins with forgiving yourself. You must forgive yourself. And you must love yourself. And then it begins with focus and attention. Energetic focus and energetic attention. Doing things not excitingly so much, but doing things lovingly. Speaking things lovingly. Focusing on what you want lovingly. It's very easy. You see, I was reading a book the other day. Actually, this was a book about wealth. But the person I guess the person that wrote the book is a millionaire, and he was telling people how to become rich. But that wasn't really what I got from that particular part of the book that I was reading. I mean, it's a pretty good book. I think it's called Wealth Secrets of the Millionaires or something like that. I'll tell y'all what it is later. But anyway, I was reading this book, and he said most people are focused on what they don't want. Most people you ask somebody, what are you focused on? And they'll start giving you all these negative things of what they don't. Most people are focused on what they don't want. And this person was saying, change your focus from what you don't want to what you do want and hold it right there. Only focus on what you want. Only look at what you want. Only listen to what you want. Only focus and listen on what resonates with your frequency of what you want. But what do most people do? They're watching the news. They're listening to stuff. They're reading stuff that they don't want in their lives. And then they wonder why their reality is the way it is. Yes, you focus on what you do want. Focus on the life you want. And it begins by loving the God within you. And see, God is not only in you, he's all around you in the ether. And you got to love that. And once you get in that frequency of love, there is where the connection starts. So many people are worried about a lot of things because they're focusing on things to be worried about. Live in the now. Live in the moment. Are you alive today? Yes. Are you okay today? Okay, well, focus on that. Don't focus on yesterday, whatever mistakes you made or whatever. Don't focus on tomorrow, what the news is saying and what these politicians are saying and what these, government officials are saying. You are a government in and of you. You don't need a government. You are the government of your own life. The government is just a government is just like they say, a big corporation. It's a corporation. This is why you have a social security number. Yes, because it's a corporation. This is why you have a birth certificate. And it's your birth certificate and your social security number is floating around out there somewhere. It is a tangible. You are not a male or a female. You are a man or a woman. You are masculine and feminine energy in a human body. See, dogs and cats and cows and chickens and all this other are male and female. But you are masculine and feminine energy inside of a body. And so once you realize who you are, and there are those out there that take this wisdom, that take this knowledge and use it for themselves, and they hide it from others. And see, this is what a lot of people believe is going on. Is a lot of people are starting to tap in to what they call the Akash, the ether, the universe, and they're starting to get answers. That's why your inner work, your spiritual work, is so important. If you want to get answers, if you want to make it through anything, be consistent about your inner work, who you are on the inside. Focus on who you are. Focus on yourself. Focus on the reality that you want. Regardless of what this collective focus is, regardless of what this collective mind is, focus on what you want. I'm gonna only do about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna let y'all have your day back. But energy is what it's all about. Frequency and vibration, like what Nikola Tesla said. It's the things that you don't see that are the most real. And it's the thing that you do see that is the most illusional. It's backwards, isn't it? It's the things that you that are not within your physical senses. Sight, smell, touch, taste. All of these things. Hearing, sound. All of these things are just really the things that keep you kind of locked into this matrix. When you move beyond the five senses and you go within, there is another reality that begins to take shape that you cannot see. When you leave the five senses and realize that there's something else out there. See, some people are so focused and they're so keyed into the five senses, and that's just another way of being plugged into the matrix, because all they care about, all they know, all they think about is what's going on in the five senses. And I'm trying to get you to understand there is much more than that. This is the illusional world. This is the illusion. Reality is that what you can't pick up with your five senses. The brain, even though it's just part of, even the brain itself, it's just a center point for the five senses to plug you into this matrix. Your brain is a VR helmet, basically, inside your skull. Just like you have a VR helmet, a virtual reality helmet that you put on, and when you put this helmet on, another reality is created. Well, that's what your brain is. But you have another part of you, your etheric part of you, that is beyond your brain. And this is really the one that's keeping you alive. You don't think, what exactly is keeping me alive? Oxygen? You know, is it oxygen keep my heart beat, my blood flow? What exactly is keeping the oxygen? What exactly is keeping my blood flowing? Your heart? What's keeping your heart pumping? Or the suction of the blood flowing, and you know the pump making. Well, what's keeping your heart pumping? What exactly is keeping your heart? Well, my brain is keeping my heart pumping. Is that what you think? How's your brain? No. It is your subconscious mind. The invisible creates the visible. It's the intangible that creates the tangible. Yes. And so, I guess what I really wanted to talk about in this video is realizing that you are the I am. You are connected. You are the God within. What I mean by that, see, I lose a lot of people when I say that because of the religious programming that's going on in their mind. What I mean, I say you are the God within, is that God is all around you and within you. God is in that seed that is within you. And you almost have to be on a certain spiritual frequency range to really grasp what I'm saying. But if you're on a programmed frequency range, programmed by religion, this will turn you off. There's certain keywords that I'll say that will turn you off. That'll make you click away, so to speak. I don't want to hear it. He too. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: everything, your protection, your manifestation, your reality, is in you and around you. Yes. Look at that. This is beautiful out here. So, look at this rock. This rock. I don't know why that rock caught my eye. I feel like there's an analogy in that. It just hadn't came to me yet. But in a sense, this rock has its own frequency. This tree has its own frequency. Even this water has its own frequency. And what controls that frequency? You do. Everything around you is a frequency. But you are, the God within you controls the reality around you. Again, there is secret knowledge that some know, but not everybody know, that is being kept from you. But everybody's waking up from the programming. Everybody's waking up from the religious programming. Everybody's waking up from the mainstream media programming. And they're realizing that I can create my own reality. I can reconnect to Source God. And I'm just going to be an experience. And I'm just going to live. And just know at all times, because of the God that lives within me, and God being all around me, just know that I am protected and I am guided. You are protected and you are guided. You have to wake up thinking this. You have to wake up knowing this. That you are protected and you guided by the God that is within you and the God that is around you in the ether. All of this space around here is nowhere near empty. It's just outside of your frequency range. Yes. So I'm getting ready to end this video. I just want to send a message to all the light beings out there. Thank y'all for coming to my video. I don't have many subscribers. My videos don't get all out there like that. And yeah, I'm okay with that. Because it's like this. You didn't find this video. This video found you. You don't find truth. Once you get in the right frequency, in the right vibration, truth will find you. You don't find money. Money finds you. Once you get in the right frequency and the right vibration, money finds you. When you don't find wealth and abundance. Wealth and abundance finds you. Once you get in the right frequency and the right vibration of wealth and abundance, it will find you. You don't find God. God finds you once you get in the right frequency. And it's not about finding, it's about reconnecting. It's all about being in the right frequency and the right vibration. And see, they're trying to keep you out of that frequency by putting you in a frequency of fear and programming. They know what they're doing. But you don't know what they're doing unless you wake up. Until you wake up, you won't know. You'll just be like a puppet. You just be like a remote control car. You ever see those remote control cars? The car is off somewhere 10, 15, 20 feet away. But you got some guy over there, he's got a little box in his hand with controllers on it. And he pushed that controller one way, and the little car goes left. He pushed the controller the other way, the car goes right. And he makes the car stop and go backwards. Soon as he make the command on the control, the car does exactly what he wants it to do. That's what, because why? Because the car is programmed to what the box, to do what the box says. And most of these people around here are programmed is to do what the box says. The box, the cube, the matrix. When that matrix say go forward, they go forward. When that matrix say stop, they stop. When the matrix say go backward, they go backward. When the matrix say go left, they go left. When the matrix say go right, they go right. But what happens when the connection, when the connection is, when you turn the car off or when you turn the remote control off, the connection has ceased. It has unplugged from the connection. That's what you have to do. Unplug. Look at that. There's a sunset coming up. We're going down, I mean. There's a beautiful sunset. I love to see the water. The sunlight glistening on the water. So I'm gonna do a little bit of sun gazing. Then I'm gonna get on out of here, go on with my day. But I thank y'all for coming to my video. I just saw a message pop up says my battery was low, so I don't want to abruptly cut off before I say my goodbyes. So I want to thank y'all for coming to my video. I hope y'all like my guest, Spiritual Lex. She helps me out a lot. Some of the things she said, one of the things she said that really resonated with me was to just be. Just be. Stop trying to do everything and just be in the frequency, in the right frequency, in the right vibration. You can do more. You can do so much more if you just be instead of trying to do everything. Once you be, I'm not saying don't do nothing, but when you become, when you get in the right frequency and just be in that frequency and that vibration, things just click. But when you just doing and not being, you spinning your wheels and you become frustrated and angry. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna finish off with this little sunset right here. It's about to set. I just thank y'all again for coming to my video. I'll see y'all next time. God bless. Y'all stay strong and just create your reality. I'm Jerome Strickland. I'm out.